Okay, 9 o'clock in the kingdom, Saturday morning, and look at the sunshine. We haven't seen the sun in a long time, so it means it's going to be a good day. Plus, I overdid it 2 days in a row, and then I stayed up late last night, 41 minutes past my bedtime. So I must have been mixing the drinks wrong, so I didn't pass out, at the correct time. But I got listening to that rock and roll heavy metal music from the 80s. I was even bouncing my head as if I had hair. It was just unreal. But look at that sunshine. So tomorrow's supposed to be the last warm day with snow coming, and then we're going to get cold, and then we can do some filming, because driving around when it's warm isn't any fun, okay? People in Florida drive around when it's warm, so, what's the point? We need cold so the people can see the great exhaust, the sounds, the crispness of the sleigh sliding through the snow, and the sounds of the cats, and running funny and everything like that. Okay, but I get a kick out of when people post on Facebook that these are caterpillar or IH crawlers, not carrots. Okay, why do you waste your time doing that? Put something down constructive. Like, let's see your cats out at 40 below working and stuff. I just laugh at these guys. And we're Canadian. That's where the language barrier happens. We call things differently than the US. But I just go, whatever, thank the guy and continue on. But, hopefully he does something better in his life, more constructive. I don't waste my time with that. I shouldn't even be talking about it, but I think it's funny, okay? All right, because every day I do something, I learn, okay? And I try and share my knowledge with people around the world. Oh, yeah, and I haven't heard from Johnny. So I don't think he died, because Google would have sent me his obituary right away, be like he did for my mother, right? My sister forgot. Oh, the sister forgot to tell me, so Google is nice enough. But I think Johnny has that ExploreNet dish, which they've rebranded in Canada Explore. So then they promise you unlimited internet. They get you up to $200 a month, and then on the 20th of the month, they throttle you back because you've used too much bandwidth. Okay, so then you're worse than dial-up. Okay, you just limp right along. So maybe Johnny can't send a message out or something like that saying he's better or he's dying or he's dead, eh? Sort of thing. But that's the joys. I'm happy to have the Elon Musk dish, all because his mommy was Canadian, eh? It's been very good service, and it's giving me the freedom after 20 some years of paying and buying high-speed internet dishes from other people that weren't high-speed. It was worse than dial-up. Okay, enough of this. Okay, let's see what the temperature is. All right, at 7 o'clock this morning, it was minus 13, one number away from 12, and feels like minus 18, okay? And on the F scale, 9 Fahrenheit, and 0, feels like 0 Fahrenheit. Okay, all right. So the staff today will put the picture at the end screen here of the goodies that Ed Martin's wife sent up from the south. Ed Martin's a guy I rescued off the Winter Road. He has that V8 Mack truck. So the Screaming Ford, oh, all right, let's turn this way. So if I turn this way, I got to keep turning. Okay. So in February 2020, I went up the Winter Road with the Screaming Ford right there. Okay, right there. Okay, with the tow truck part on, which is known as the weight box with a pulley on a stick. So I was towing that V8 Mack off the Winter Road because he broke the transmission mounts or whatever. But then I broke out. So then we had to go up with Johnny, the beer truck driver, and Thor, the plow truck, and tow everything off the Winter Road. So Ed Martin stops by every year, but the yard isn't plowed. So I had to go into town and meet him, because you can't come in the yard with semis anymore, because we're not into that anymore. Okay? So we'll include that. But also, too, I made Ed Martin famous because I wrote about him in my 9th book on the Winter Road series. Okay? It's blew it up. Okay, because I blew up the Ford, right? Blew up the Ford rear end, so I called the book Blew It Up. I'm not sure when Amazon will have that in rotation for being free, okay? But that's all par for the course. All right. Okay, so now, today, we're not sure what we're going to do. We got to move some cats away. Oh, the sun's in my eyes. I can't see. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's just unreal. Jeez, a good thing I got my sunglasses on. Okay, but they got these cats in front of the shop here. Oh, I can see now. Okay, we got cats in front of the shop there. We'll get them up and running and park them away because we got to get ready for cold weather and production. You know, but we've also got a lot of things done in the last week with it being warm, okay? Like just unreal. It was like, how would they say that? A blessing. Oh, I don't go to church. I tried that once. It didn't work out. Okay, but another thing too, I made the oh, got a cough. Oh, just enough breeze to make the flag exercise happy. Oh, I can't see anything. My eyes are blurred or too brightness. Okay. All right, where are we? Okay, I made the comment about the little Swedish kid getting arrested and how fake it was. Okay, there's my 37 Dodge hot rod truck that used to get me speeding tickets of 145 miles an hour when I caught the cops. I wrote the Naughty Natalie book series, which is a 4-book series, but only 3 are released. The lawyers have the 4th one for some reason, because it gets a little too many details of the 80s, okay? But that truck there was a cop magnet, okay? Anything we did, the cops are right there. They're right in your face. All right, all this stuff. It was just unreal. We even went to the United States of America, to Minot, North Dakota, where they keep the nuclear bombers and the warheads and all that stuff. And the cops pulled us over there and, you know, read us the Riot Act. And me, being 18 years old, legal adult in Canada, down in the States there, this this cop guy thought I was a kid. Okay, I look like a 14-year-old virgin. So the cop was calling me boy all the time. I wasn't used to that because we don't call people boy in Canada. That was a new experience for me. But, okay, but back to the cops here. I stated yesterday's video that they kicked the door down to arrest me. Oh, beat me up and arrest me. All right, in the Naughty Natalie book series, the Hot Rod, well, better known as the Hot Rod books, I do tell about my problems with the cops, but I also do credit the cops for fixing my back, okay? Because I was in quite a few plane crashes back in the mid-'80s, okay? I was a passenger and we flew all over Western Canada fixing fertilizer plants and all that kind of stuff. So we flew in outrageous weather, all that stuff, and this is before GPS and the tracker and stuff, so you could leave an airport and, you know, land on a road or a farmer's field when the, you know, weather got bad. Now you can't do that. They'll arrest you and throw you in jail. So we arrived into the hometown there, and we kind of hit the snowbank a little hard with the plane, and the wheel fell off, but it hurt my back, sort of thing. So then the next day, my back, you know, kind of seized up because of swelling and stuff, but I had the alcohol and booze to take the pain away. So I tell about it in the 3rd book in the series, of the Naughty Natalie series. The book is called Dominatrix School. Okay, that's an offensive name for a book, okay? But it's about a failing military marriage in the 80s, and it was written through my colorblind eyes and being 18 years old, seeing what the military and how they treat their staff members or members, right? Okay, so I was on the floor, and the cops kicked the door down and they grabbed me off the floor and shoved me into the wall. Well, put me against the wall and pushed me through the wall, and that corrected my back. So I do credit the cops for that. You know, being rough and tough and throwing me through the wall or smashing me through the wall, that did fix my back. Because on the one plane crash there, I hurt my back, and I was having lots of troubles with my back, okay? So I went to the specialists, the chiropractors, and all that kind of stuff, and it didn't help. But those cops fixed my back. So I do credit them for kicking the door down, grabbing me off the floor, and shoving me through the wall, because my back is a lot better. And I've really had no problems ever since. Plus, I was in a couple more plane crashes after that, and vehicle accidents and stupid stuff, and getting drunk and falling down, sort of thing. But my dealings with the cops is all written in those Naughty Natalie book series. So when I say that the Swedish kid was, you know, that was staged, it was 100% acting and all that crap, I can vouch for it. In the 80s, military police were known for being rough, okay? So as a young Canadian kid in Canada, the cops were polite. They pull you over, they arrest you, they don't do anything. Traveling to the United States of America in a hot rod truck and stuff, you know, dealing with a state trooper that's trained to pull his gun on you and all that kind of stuff, that was a new experience. But then to deal with the military police, where they just beat the shit out of you and then ask questions later. But that's their training, that's their lifestyle, and that's the joys, okay? But I live to tell about it, and I do credit the cops for fixing my back, because I probably would have had to have back surgery and all that crap and stuff. Okay, enough of this long rant here, but that's the 37 Dodge hot rod truck that gave me good memories. Yes, now I wish I could have my hair back and be able to drive 145 miles an hour. But the only way we can do that is we have to go to Bonnyville Salt Flats, because back in the day you could get a speeding ticket as proof that you went that fast. Now if you get a speeding ticket like that, you're thrown in jail. Okay, you're treated as a criminal. But now we have to go to Bonnyville to relive the good old days of the 80s. Good music, good women, and fast trucks. All right, I better go. That sun is bright. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the kingdom. We're waiting for the staff to arrive because we're going to move the Screaming Ford here, this truck here, and we're going to move some cats. But also, too, look at the clear sky, the sunshine, and the sun. Look at that. It's almost above the trees in the south. That is a good sign. The days are going to get longer for us. So that's really nice. We don't feel like working today, but the boss is an asshole. We have to work. So today would be a good day to go fishing or relaxing or just drink beer and fall down. Oh wait, we do that every day. But over here, okay, I'm still scrolling. Okay, over here, we're going to move these two cats that are in front of the shops. That way it gives us access to the shop when it gets cold and the snow comes, okay? So that's today's project, and we'll just wait for the staff now. Okay, as you can see, it's kind of nice having the batteries on the fenders now instead under the hood. Oops, I can't walk and talk here. The ground's on a little rough. So it's a hell of a lot easier boosting onto the fender than under the hood there and reaching and trying to get the battery cables. And then if these batteries are no good, which they are, we can just lift them out and exchange them. So just like an aircraft, we're going to have the booster pack all the time to make it start and run. Okay, so the cats are in a little tight here, but the main thing is we're close to the electrical plug-in because we have lights up here, so that means there's power. Okay, the staff filmed me parking the Screaming Ford in the line up there, and then I had a brainwave. Okay, yes, my brain clicked in, and it's been 3 years this February since this truck was last run up on the winter roads when we blew up the rear end. So the air system has been sitting for a long time. Okay, I didn't want to walk and talk at the same time because I just about fell down over there. So here's the Bunsen burner. We're using it to heat up the lines on the air alcohol injector, okay? It's right here. Okay, right there. So it'll be full of ice and stuff. That's our drain for draining. So he's designed it, everything is designed for the north up here. We have the air coupler for shop air or to fill tires and use the air for blowing off the snow to work on everything. So the tanks for this truck were originally under the cab right here, okay? We put him back here and added a third tank because we use air up on the winter roads and for blowing and cleaning off snow or to clean parts so we can work on it. So this is the wet tank here where all the moisture from the engine and the air compressor comes. And then we have the dry tank, everything is marked. And then we have the other tank at the back. So this alcohol injector is out in the open so we can service it or put the Bunsen burner heater on it to thaw it out because they do freeze up being an alcohol injector. Yeah, that doesn't kind of make sense, okay? Plus we added this valve here so we can pour alcohol or the safety brake as they call it for air systems right into the air tanks, okay? There is no air dryer on this truck because it never worked, okay? So why have an air dryer? Just drain your tanks, service your tanks, and be on top of everything, okay? Okay, I had to work quickly and fast on that alcohol injector, but you take it apart, it's just a bunch of water and oil from the two-stroke motor. Even with a brand new air compressor, you still get oil or whatever in the airlines, but that's normal, okay? I don't know how many times I've changed the air compressor on this, but it's a fact of life. So what I've done now is filled up that alcohol injector there, and then I took the cap off up here and poured some safety brake in, okay? This is the stuff that Sir Rodney gets for us and sends us north. It's a common item. We don't ask for anything exotic at the end of the world. We want common stuff. That way it's easy to get and known brand or whatever. But that's where these come from Sir Rodney. So it's coffee time in the kingdom. I'll start the truck and then let the alcohol go through the air system. Okay? Okay, we're done for the day. We don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but old time there before we changed it, it was 5 o'clock. But we're quitting early today. It's Saturday. We're going to drink some beer, relax, and maybe have a bath and treat tonight, okay? Look at the flag of exercise. He's all happy, slight breeze or whatever. But look at all these IH cats here. That's funny, eh? Because the IH Club wouldn't print my newsletters in their magazine unless I changed the word IH cats to IH crawlers. Well, too bad, so sad. I went and got published instead, so nobody complains about me calling them IH cats in my books and stuff. Oh well, I better get going. Go walk the dogs, pick up the pony, drink some beer. Oh, and make a video too. Talk to you later.